Good morning. Good morning. It is 7 a.m. A quorum is present, and the meeting has been duly called and posted in the time and manner required by law. I'll call the March 23rd public hearing and regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Lubbock Independent School District to order. It is now my pleasure to invite Heath Watts, pastor of Church on the Rock, to open the meeting with a prayer and lead the audience in the pledges to the American and Texas flags. Heath, good morning.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for today. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to live in Lubbock, Texas, and Father, we thank you for the school district. Father, we pray that this meeting be a good meeting this morning, Father, as we celebrate students, as we keep things moving, Father, that you would be with us, that your presence would fill us, and that there would be a unity in the room, Father. Father, give us just a spirit of strength as we finish out this school year at all the schools this morning for all the teachers and all the educators. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Mr. Watts, we appreciate you being with us this morning and bringing those words. Wish you a great day. You know what? It's spring. And one of the great things about this job in the spring is that we have so many opportunities to recognize students that have gone above and beyond and really represented our district well and done things that hopefully are going to benefit them their entire lives. And we have several of those recognitions this morning. That means the room's going to turn over several times as we go through this, so we'll ask for everybody's patience, and although the folks in the hall can't hear me, I don't think, I'll say that I thank them for their patience as well. We're going to begin by recognizing some outstanding athletes. It is my pleasure to invite Mike Meeks, our Executive Director of Athletics, to the podium to talk to us about our 2023 state swimming and diving qualifiers and our 2023 state qualifying wrestlers. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. Mr. Brady, Board of Trustees, Dr. Rollo, thanks so much for the opportunity and the time to recognize our kiddos this morning. We have our swimmers and wrestlers, and one of the key things you're going to hear quite a bit today is state champion. And so it is a great morning. It is a good morning, and we're excited to be able to do this. We'll start with our swimmers and diving qualifiers at the state meet this year. Lubbock ISD sent 38 student athletes to the 2023 Texas Swimming and Diving Championships in February, with highlights including historic performances and a strong showing from all Lubbock ISD state qualifiers. In the team scores, Lubbock High girls finished in 6th place, and Coronado girls finished in 24th place. Lubbock High boys finished in 8th place, and Coronado boys finished in 27th place. I want to make note that when you qualify for the state, the top 16, there's 24 qualifiers. The top 16 places score and make it into the finals. So we'll start with the Coronado High School state qualifiers. We'll start with Briella Cornwell. Briella qualified was on the 200-yard medley relay, finished in 13th place, and the 400-yard freestyle relay that finished in 23rd place. Next is Avery Duncan. Avery was on the 200-yard medley relay that finished in 13th place, and the 200-yard freestyle relay that finished in 17th place. Next is Keely Gutierrez. Keely was on the 400-yard freestyle relay that finished in 23rd place, and the 200-yard freestyle relay that finished in 17th place.
Congratulations on that.
Next is Maya Holland. Maya qualified in diving, and she finished in 17th place. Next is Quinn Huddleston. Quinn also qualified in diving and finished in 23rd place. Next is Trey Jackson. Trey finished in 19th place in the 200-yard individual medley and finished in 12th place in the 500-yard freestyle. Next is Tyler Jackson. Tyler finished in 12th place in the 200-yard freestyle and 8th place in the 500-yard free. Next is Tegan King. Tegan finished in 15th place in diving. Next is Alexandria Leopard, and she's not here. Alexandria, she goes to school at Talkington, but represents Coronado High School in swimming and diving. She finished in 19th place in the diving competition. Next is Holly Smith. Holly also goes to school at Talkington, and she represents Coronado High School in swimming and diving. She was a member of the 13th place 200-yard free relay. She was also on the 200-yard medley relay, 13th place, 200-yard freestyle relay, 17th place. She was 11th place in the 500-yard freestyle free and 9th place in the 100-yard free. Next is Annika Vangenal. Annika was on the 400-yard free relay, finished in 23rd place. 200-yard freestyle relay that also finished in 17th place. Next is Abigail Villarreal. Not here? Okay. Abigail was a relay alternate for this year. Next is Briley Watkins. Briley was on the 200-yard medley relay that finished in 13th place. She finished 19th in the 100-yard backstroke. And she was also on the 400-yard freestyle relay that finished in 23rd place.
Oh, look in there. That's the first one we got. There we go.
And I think that does it for our Coronado folks. We want to get a picture with the Coronado folks.
You bet.
Okay.
All the Coronado kiddos.
All the Coronado kids.
Go right on.
Coaches, if you'll come up and
This is Wyatt.
getting the picture. There you go.
Stand next to the woman. Be able to see.
Parents, if y'all like to step up, you can get up here and take
Good morning, thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Not me, just saying.
Tight squeeze.
All right, y'all. Big smiles. 1, 2. Great. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Y'all good? Okay, great. Congratulations, guys. Well, you got the only one on. Next door. Door number 2.
Next up, our qualifiers from Lubbock High School. First on the agenda is Cade Barron. Cade was on the 200-yard medley relay that finished in 17th place, 200-yard freestyle relay that finished in 5th place, and the 400-yard freestyle relay that finished in 3rd place, earning a bronze medal at the state meet. Next is Jacob Byers. Jacob also was on the 200-yard medley relay that finished in 17th place, 200-yard freestyle relay that finished in 5th, and also a member of the bronze medalist 400-yard freestyle relay. Next is Ellis Fox. Ellis, you might hang on right here for a minute. Hang on, it's going to take me a while. You just hang tight, because I'll still be talking when you're over here, so hang tight. Ellis was On the 400-yard freestyle relay, finished in first place. It was also a state champion. 200-yard freestyle, she was an individual event, 200-yard freestyle, finished in first place, so state champion in the individual event. And she was a 100-yard butterfly, third place, bronze medalist. And want to make note that Ellis finished this year with 15 medals in 4 years and 15 events, and a 5-time state champion. So please congratulate Ellis Fox. Next is Emery Fox. Emery was on the 400-yard freestyle relay, first place, state champion. 200-yard individual medley, fourth place, and she was also an individual 100-yard breaststroke where she finished in fifth place. Greta Williams. Greta was a state qualifier as a relay alternate. Gunnar Hansen. Gunnar was a qualifier as a relay alternate. James Hendricks. James was on the 200-yard free relay, finishing in fifth place, and he was also a member of the third place bronze medalist 400-yard free relay. Sebastian Iapolo. Sebastian was a qualifier as a relay alternate. Next is Jones Lambert. Stay with me right here for a minute too. Okay. Jones was a fifth place, finished in fifth place in the 200-yard freestyle relay. In the 400-yard freestyle relay, finished in third place, bronze medalist at the state meet. Want to make note, now that we've introduced all the members of the 400-yard free relay, that this is the first medal at the state meet for the Lubbock High boys on the 400-yard free relay. Also for Jones, in the 200-yard free, he was first place state champion. And at the 500-yard free, he was first place double state champion at the state meet. I want to make note that he set a state record in both individual events and was the TISCA swimmer of the meet. Please congratulate state champion Jones Lambert. Next is Scarlett McLeod. Scarlett was a 400-yard freestyle relay. She was finished in first place as a state champion. 200-yard freestyle, 10th place, and 100-yard freestyle, 9th place. Next is Molly Moody. She was also a member of the 400-yard freestyle relay that finished in first place and a state champion. And want to make note, after 3 years of being a runner-up, the LHS girls won the 400-yard free relay this year. So congratulations to the Lubbock High girls. Nat Wynn. Nat qualified as a relay alternate. Nathan Oldham. Nathan qualified as a relay alternate. Amarita Ramish. Also qualified as a relay alternate. Next is Tomas Romo. Tomas was finished in 23rd place in diving. Next is Quinn Stevenson. Quinn was on the 200-yard medley relay that finished in 17th place. Towns Van Gundy. Not here. Towns was also a relay alternate. Max Zabriskie. Max was also a member of the 200-yard medley relay that finished in 17th place. All right, picture time.
Picture time. Everybody back in the middle, please. We're gonna have to stack up. All right, so we can, you know, 2 more weeks might be long.
All right, y'all.
That's about all we get out of those.
Big smiles. If you can, make sure to find a window. Face can be seen.
Like everybody say, Smile Jones.
Yeah. Big smiles. 1, 2. Beautiful.
Good job, guys.
You.
Hey, good to see you, Jay. See you when it's time for debate.
It was already time for debate over spring break.
All right, next up, our state qualifiers from Monterey High School. First up is John Weston Boutwell. John Weston finished in 20th place in the 200-yard freestyle. Next is Ryan Gage, not here. Ryan Gage was also an alternate. Dylan Green. Dylan finished in 18th place in the 500-yard free. Next is Michael Grove. Michael finished in 23rd place in the 200-yard individual medley. All right, picture time.
All right. Coaches back. Noted swim expert.
Welcome back. I'm good. Congratulations.
Also would like to take this time to congratulate our coaches. We have Trey Hayes, Penny DiPamazio, and Amy Suttles here representing the coaching staff. Good. Good. All right, at this time, we'll recognize our state qualifiers in wrestling. We had 10 Lubbock ISD student athletes qualify for the 2023 state wrestling tournament. And this was held in Cypress, Texas, and this was simultaneous, by the way, when swimming was going on, wrestling was going on the very same weekend. So it was a great weekend for Lubbock ISD. The wrestling tournament was highlighted by state champions earned by June Ann and Mahogany Castle from Lubbock High. The Lubbock ISD state qualifiers, wrestling qualifiers are from Coronado High School, senior Xavier Montemayor. Not here? Okay. Xavier's not here. Xavier was in the 165-pound weight class. He was Region 1 5A fourth place finisher. He was 1 and 2 at the state meet, and he had an overall record of 41 and 11. So congratulations to Xavier. And Mark Snow is his coach. Coach Snow is here this morning. So thank you for being here, Coach. From Estacada High School, sophomore Honor Trevino. Come on, Honor, you get the. Honor is a sophomore. He was in the 144-pound weight class. He was in the Region 1 5A. He was finished in third place. He was 3-2 at the state meet. He had an overall record of 37-7 for a fourth place finish at the state wrestling meet. His coach is here, Pierre Leonard, head boys wrestling coach. Pierre, come on up, Pierre. We'll get a picture with you in Honor.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
From Lubbock High School, we'll go with the boys. The boys first. Senior June Ann. June Ann was in the 157-pound weight class. He is a Region 1 5A champion. He was 4-0 at the state meet. He had an overall record of 49-2. Please congratulate June Ann as the UIL Class 5A state champion. Next is Keegan Davis. Keegan is a junior. He was in the 215-pound weight class. He was the Region 1 5A champion. He was 1-2 at the state meet. He had an overall record of 38-7. From the Lubbock High girls, Mahogany Castle. Mahogany is a senior. She's in the 185-pound weight class. She was a Region 1 5A champion. She was 4-0 at the state meet. She had an overall record of 43-3. Please congratulate Mahogany Castle, UIL 5A state champion. Madison Goss. Madison is a senior. She's in the 120-pound weight class, Class 5A, Region 1 5A champion. She was 4-2 at the state meet. She had an overall record of 47-6. She finished in 5th place at the state meet. Madison Pena. Madison is a sophomore. She competed in the 114-pound weight class. She was Region 1 5A bronze medalist, finished in 3rd place. She was 2-2 at the state meet. She had an overall record of 36-10. The boys and girls at Lubbock High School are coached by Richard Leal and Kevin Gilchrist. Okay, now come on up. Great.
Big smiles. 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Congratulations, everybody all. Congratulations.
All right, for Monterey High School, on the boys' side, Logan Corrales. Logan is a senior. He's in the 165-pound weight class. He was the Region 1 5A bronze medalist. He was 1-2 at the state meet. He had an overall record of 26-11. And Logan was coached by Bradley Shaw, and I don't know, there's Coach Shaw right back there.
Congratulations, Logan. Come on over. You're good. Right there.
Yeah, come on up. We'll do all the Monterey people at the same time here in just a moment. On the girls' side, from Monterey High School.
Just a second. False alarm.
Yeah, we got
Just a second.
some girls here. On the girls' side, from Monterey High School, Taylor Keith. Taylor is a sophomore. She's in the 107-pound weight class. She was a Region 1 5A champion. She was 1-2 at the state meet, when she had an overall record of 34-10. Next is
Congratulations.
Donavea Rodriguez. She was in the 120-pound weight class. She was fourth place at the Region 1-5A meet. She was 0-2 at the state meet. She had an overall record of 29-18. And the Monterey girls are coached by Becky Arroyos. All right. Now picture time.
Okay, now we go.
Big smile.
Let's have another hand for our outstanding young athletes. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Andrew Babcock, our Executive Director of Fine Arts, who is going to share with us the achievements of a whole group of very diverse disciplines and students that have excelled in across the arts. We're going to hear about mariachi groups. We're going to hear about ceramic exhibitors, all-state musicians, visual artists, and youth artists. My goodness, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Brady, Dr. Rolo, members of the board. Thank you for the time to recognize our outstanding fine arts students. With March being Youth Art Month in various capacities, this is a great opportunity for us to celebrate the great things that are going on. First of all, we want to recognize the mariachi ensembles that participated at the state UIL mariachi contest. It was actually back in February. Today we're actually going to only recognize the Coronado group. This is the first year this group qualified for this event, and so we are very proud of them and their accomplishments and development of this program. So this is sort of their inaugural year to be a part of that. Mr. Leo Garza is their director, and we're going to recognize those individuals now, starting with Amar Balduke. And Liliana Garcia. Carson Hayes. Eileen Hernandez. Evangelina Jimenez. And little brother Juan Jimenez. Javen Lacero. Daisy Marta. Matthew Martinez. Andy Perez. Bethany Poulat. Manasseh Reed Castle. Anna Siqueiros. Thomas Stevens. Malachi Taylor. Autumn Thomas. Jacob Torres. And last but not least, Soraya Villegas. Mariachi is such a special medium in its own right, and one that Lubbock ISD has embraced since 2007. So we are continually building this program and very proud of these students and what they're accomplishing, and just putting this medium out there. It's something that is going to stick around for a long time. So we're very proud of these individuals. Let's say get a picture. Come back over here. And parents, if you'd like to come get a photo, you're welcome to do that as well. They're not ready. They can't do. I don't think they're ready. They're going to. Oh, they are. You want? You.
Let's scoot everybody over. Just shift over this. Scoot. Keep going.
Leo.
All right. Everybody holding up. Cool. Make sure your certificates are up.
Yep, there you go. Turn
Face in front.
around.
Turn the back. Good. Smile. Big smiles. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and
Okay,
so,
so
but-
one of the great tenets of mariachi is the ability to entertain those who are gathered at the drop of a hat, right? And our young people weren't planning on playing today, but there are a few benefits to my completely free volunteer gig. Let's hear something. I love it. What are we playing? You bet. El Caballito.
Just a background, this is a song called El Caballito. This is a son jalisciense. This is one of the pieces that they took to the state competition.
everybody take a step to your, like 2 steps to your right. My right.
Your left. All right, here we go. Thank you guys so much. I promise everybody's day is better now, right? That was fabulous. Thank y'all.
That's the best kind of curveball to throw at a board meeting that I've seen in a while. So, thank you, Mr. Brady, for the opportunity. I'm interested to see how we work with a demonstration of the wrestlers next time. Well, next on the list, we have a recognition of our 2023 National K-12 Ceramic Exhibitors. And so this is, okay, or this is All-Staters. Throw me another curveball. That's awesome. So this is actually our All-State musicians. And so 10 of our Lubbock ISD band and choir students recently earned All-State honors. 9 of the students earned the recognition from the TMEA, Texas Music Educators Association, and 1 student earned the honor from the Association of Texas Small School Bands. The All-State performing groups represent the highest possible level of musical recognition in band, choir, and orchestra in the state of Texas. These are some amazing students who work really hard through their career, and so we are pleased to announce them in order of alphabetical order, I guess, from school. So first off, we have from Coronado High School, Mr. Josh Shaw, the director of Justice Gonzalez. That is actually not correct because that is from Estacado, and director Jose Fernandez. I don't know my right from my left, let alone. So I apologize. I got the wrong list here. I'm just reading what's in front of me. We do, yes. Thank you, Justice. So Justice Director is Jose Fernandez from Estacado High School. I apologize. But from Coronado High School, let's try that one. Okay, this is a little bit of family recognition here. Addie Shaw, and her father is her band director, Mr. Josh Shaw. And from Lubbock High School, a band, we have Leonardo de Ferris. And also from Lubbock High School, we have Alfonso Salvador. From Monterey High School, we have Mr. John McWilliams. And John's director is Rodney Gurley. I also failed to mention that the director from Lubbock High School is Mr. Dallas Bayless. And then from Talkington School for Young Women Leaders, which actually followed the band track, but she played piano, is Maggie Hart. And Josh Allen is her director. From choir from Coronado High School, we have Amara Bryant. Carly Patton is her director. And from Lubbock High School, we have Mariah Rodriguez. Lindsay Spitzberg is her director. And from Talkington School for Young Women Leaders, we have Blanca Martinez. As well as Jada Wise Paget. And Joshua Allen is their director. Actually, that's not correct either. That's choir. That Why not? That would be Donna Barbie as her director. So, again, congratulations to all of you and your accomplishments. Let's go ahead and get a picture. Directors, if you come up and do that as well. Nope. Thanks, Donna. Okay, next we have our recognition of our 2023 Visual Arts Scholastic Event VASE State Qualifiers. 4 Lubbock ISD art students advanced to the state competition in the Texas Art Education Association VASE competition. VASE recognizes exemplary student achievement in the visual arts by providing art students and programs a standard of excellence in which to achieve. It's one of the largest competitions for high school students and is really the equivalent of a UIL academic competition. The Lubbock ISD VASE qualifiers and their teachers are as follows. From Coronado High School, we have Shamara Oliver Trout. And Matthew Wright is the teacher there. From Monterey High School, we have, oh, is she? Okay, come on over. And then from Monterey High School, we have Hannah Bell. As well as Elena Lucero. And both these young ladies' teacher is Leo Camacho. And then from Lubbock High School, we have Jaden Tucker. Cindy Panic is her teacher. And those are our VASE qualifiers this year. Congratulations. And let's come back in, we'll get you a picture. Parents, come on up if you'd like to get a picture.
Any teachers who are here? Yes.
Yeah, teachers, if you're
Yes.
here as well, please.
The kids.
Want to check one?
Squeeze in a little bit. All right, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then we have recognition of our 2023 Youth Art Month State Capitol exhibitors. So 2 Lubbock ISD students had their artwork selected for exhibition at the Texas State Capitol as part of the Texas Art Education Association's 2023 Youth Art Month celebration. The annual exhibit showcases pre-K through 12th grade artwork from across the state. Featured art was displayed at the Bob Bullock State History Museum during the month of March. The students with artwork included in the Youth Month Art Exhibition are Hayden Wenzel from Coronado High School. She's not here today. Teachers Matt Wright, and then Hannah Feist from Talkington School for Young Women Leaders. And her teacher is Denise Avery Moore. Yeah, come on and get a picture. Is Julie? Julie, come on.
Have everyone take a step this way. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry. My phone's doing something weird. Oh my gosh.
ceramic. Okay, tried to recognize these guys twice today, but so this is the recognition of our 2023 National K-12 Ceramic Exhibitors. This year we have 2 Lubbock ISD students that produced artwork selected for the National K-12 Ceramic Exhibition Foundation Show in Cincinnati, Ohio this month. The exhibition is an annually held juried ceramic competition for K-12 students in the United States, and is designed to showcase the best of K-12 ceramic work in the country. With more than 1,300 pieces submitted from around the country for consideration, we have these 2 students that we want to recognize today. From Coronado High School, we have Shamara Oliver Trout. It's a 2-timer here. And Matt Wright is her teacher. And the second piece we have is from Emerson Martin from Monterey High School. And Denise Fox from Monterey is her teacher. Congratulations to these ladies and teachers. If you want to come get a picture. Yeah. Principals, if you want.
One, two, three.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
I think it's best.
There we go. Moving into item 3, trustee comments. At this time, I'll open the floor for trustee comments.
Congratulations to all of our students and our staff. They did a phenomenal job out in state. All the championship awards stayed across the board. They did phenomenal this year, and they continue to do good. So thanks for the hard work to our parents that help them get up in the morning. Everybody knows that swimming is not easy. It's not jumping in the pool and let's go for a swim. It's not like that. It's rough. But congratulations to everybody and their teachers. Mike Meeks, thanks.
Yeah, I would echo what Ms. Chavez said. This was amazing to recognize such a vast group of achievers and educators that both put so much extra time and effort in. And you know, it's interesting. You can never mistake shaking hands with a wrestler. It's I'm just glad that President Brady didn't ask them for an example like he did with mariachi. That
I was going to nominate you on the other side.
But well done to everyone.
And real quick, and the mariachis were phenomenal from Coronado. This is their 3rd year. That is amazing what they have been able to do in 3 years. I'm impressed. Congratulations and kudos to them and
I'll
their
also
teachers.
say objectively, athletics, music, anywhere, the best uniforms in the district.
Amen.
On that
Beautiful.
Coronado
Yes.
mariachi group. I mean, those things look awesome. So to the folks that helped put those together, that made me really proud to see. What a great group of kids.
Yeah, just an awesome group of kids and educators, parents supporting them, phenomenal group. You see what exemplary excellence looks like right there with our kids, and this is the best part of a board meeting is when we get the opportunity to recognize those successes. So thank you to everyone who had an investment in that endeavor.
All right, we'll move into item 4. We have a public hearing as required by statute on the 2022 Texas Academic Performance Report. You'll hear that called TAPER. So I will announce that it is 7:50 a.m. and we're opening up the called public hearing. The purpose of the called public hearing is to hear the explanation of and the results of the Texas Academic Performance Report for 2022 and to allow comments from the public on the TAPER report. I now invite Miranda Ruvalcaba, our Executive Director of Assessment and Accountability, to the podium to present the 2022 TAPER. Good morning, Miranda.
Good morning. Good morning, Board of Trustees, President Brady, Dr. Rollo. Just wait a minute for our presentation to come up. All right. The following slides pertain to the 2022 Texas Academic Performance Report, or TAPER, from the 2021-22 school year. The Texas Education Code requires districts to publish an annual report and hold a public hearing that includes, among other things, the TAPER. Districts are required to post this information in a variety of locations and make it available to anyone who requests it. Among these requirements are posting district status for district accreditation. No assignments were given this year due to COVID. The commissioner has decided not to give ratings until 22-23 school year. District accountability rating, we were a B. Financial rating, A superior. Special education determination status, needs assistance. Let's begin with our district performance for 21-22. The following slides show a quick performance overview by subject compared to the state. On the left is a comparison for reading by grade level, or EOC, at the approaches performance level. On the right is a cumulative view at the approaches, meets, and masters performance level. Third and fifth grade RLA approaches scores outperform the state. When looking at the reading or RLA summed percentage by performance level over the past 5 years, Lubbock ISD ended with increases from 2017 in all levels. For math, Lubbock ISD exceeded the state at the approaches performance level in 3rd, 5th, and 6th grade. This graph shows the math sum percent history at each level for the past 5 years. And shown here is a quick view of Lubbock ISD science results for 5th, 8th, and biology EOC. And here we have the science 5-year summed percent by performance level. Last are the comparison results for Lubbock ISD Grade 8 Social Studies and U.S. History EOC, with Lubbock ISD U.S. History scores outperforming the state. And here are the social studies summed percent by performance level, with increases from the previous year and approaches meets scores from 2021. This graph shows comparisons to the state when all grades are summed by subject, along with cumulative by performance level of all grades and subjects. Overall grades and subjects combined, broken down by performance level for the past 5 years, can be seen here. There were increases in all performance level compared to 2021. The district TAPER includes a bilingual education ESL section. This bar graph compares the all subject approaches performance level for the state and district to the district bilingual and ESL programs. And students receiving services outscored students with parent denial of services. Shown here is a 4-year comparison by program. Last year, we also received scores for academic growth in reading and math for the first time since 2019 due to COVID. Here we have our academic growth comparison to the state in both reading and math. And here's our 2022 academic growth compared to 2019. We saw double-digit growth in grades 4, 6, and 7 reading, and grade 4 math. Now let's move on to the district profile section of TAPER. Our district enrollment since the 2001 school year has fluctuated. Currently, we're in a downward trend since the 2014-15 school year. And here is the ethnicity breakdown comparing the district to the state. LISD has a higher percentage of African American, Hispanic, and American Indian students than the state. When looking at the district ethnicity breakdown over the past 10 years, our Asian and African American groups have held steady. Our Hispanic student group has increased and white student group has decreased in number. The TAPER also reports total number of students by grade and the average class size compared to the state. For all grade levels, Lubbock ISD is at or below the class size of the state. The Lubbock ISD percentage of economically disadvantaged students decreased from the previous year, but is higher than the state. And when comparing district programs to the state, both in 2013 and 2022, the percentage of bilingual education has increased. The percentage of GT students is closer aligned to the state's percentage, and Lubbock ISD is closing the gap to the state in the percentage of students served by special education. For an apples-to-apples comparison, total staff breakdown was reconfigured to exclude auxiliary staff since those services are contracted out. Lubbock ISD staff breakdown is very close to 2013 numbers. The central office administration staff percent is lower than the state average. The district's professional staff, which are campus admin, professional support, and teacher, make up 76% of total staff compared to the state's 63%. When looking at teachers by years of experience, Lubbock ISD has a higher percentage of teachers than the state with 5 or less years of experience. This has increased since 2013. 61% of LISD teachers have 10 or less years of experience compared to the state with 55%. And this circle graph shows the 2020-2021 actual financial data breakdown compared to 2011-2012. Our actual per student revenue was $12,242, an increase of $1,487 from the previous year. Okay, let's look at the college and career readiness indicators for 2021-2022. Since this data represents annual graduates following into the next fall, it is lagging data from the 2020-2021 school year, almost 2 years old. The longitudinal graduation rates follow a cohort of students beginning their 9th grade year. What percent graduated in 4, 5, or 6 years, and a look at each class by those who graduated and received a Texas Certificate of High School Equivalency, continued and enrolled in the fall, and dropped out or did not return in the fall. When looking at students who graduated in 4, 5, or 6 years, LISD graduation percentages were slightly higher than the state. But when students receiving their high school equivalency or continuing in the fall are included, the state percentages are slightly higher. The percent of students graduating on time in 4 years dipped in 2021. And this comparison to the state shows the percentage of 2021 graduates under the recommended or distinguished achievement programs or the foundation high school program with an endorsement or at the distinguished level of achievement. Longitudinal rates only include the cohort of students beginning their 9th grade year in 2018. Annual rates include all students graduating in 2021. The college and career or military ready graduate component is the percent of annual 2021 graduates who met at least one of the 9 criteria. This component is divided up into 2 areas: college readiness, which is meeting criteria in one of the first 5 indicators, and career or military ready, meeting criteria on one of the last 4 indicators. The blue table shows that overall, Lubbock ISD had 75% of its 21 graduates meet in at least one of the 9 criteria. When looking at the 5 college-ready indicators, the district outscored the state in percentage of graduates meeting the TSI criteria in both reading and math, and those receiving on-ramps course credit. Overall, the percentage of LISD graduates meeting the criteria on any college-ready indicators exceeded the state by over 16 percentage points. The military indicator is still not included this year, but will be figured for 2023 graduates and included in 2024 accountability. With that being said, the percent of Lubbock ISD graduates meeting one of 4 career military ready indicators was slightly lower than the state. And average ACT scores for District 2021 graduates was slightly higher than the state average. As a reminder, the district SAT results include the district initiative of testing all 11th grade students each year. This report from the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board shows where 2020 graduates enrolled following high school along with their first year GPA. Students attending private or out-of-state universities are not included. 67% of students enrolling in a 2- or 4-year university had a C average or higher after the first year. 55% had a B or higher, and 23% had an A average. New this year, we are required to report campus and district progress toward our House Bill 3 goals for early childhood literacy, math proficiency, and CCMR. Our first goal is for 3rd grade reading and math. 69% of campuses met the reading goal of 43%, and 48% of campuses met the math goal of 39%. As a district, 51% of students passed the reading assessment and 42% passed the math assessment, resulting in the district meeting both math and reading goals. Our next goal is for 8th grade. We had 44% of the campuses meeting the reading goal of 44%. For math, we had 22% of campuses meet the goal of 25%. And as a district, reading and math scores were at 47% and 18% respectively, resulting in the district meeting the reading goal for 8th grade. And then finally, we have our CCMR goal, with 50% of campuses exceeding the 75% goal. As a district, 76% of LISD seniors earn CCMR credit, meeting the district CCMR goal. The district is required to include in their annual report the report on violent or criminal incidents by campus. Shown here is the report from 2021-2022 with the number of incidents reported by campus. In closing, here are some of the accomplishments of Lubbock ISD. The district approaches scores for reading language arts surpassed the state in both 3rd and 5th grade. Overall, RLA scores were the highest in the last 5 years. 3rd, 5th, and 6th grade math approaches scores outperformed the state. U.S. history approaches scores outperformed the state. And the district met 4 out of 5 House Bill 3 goals. This concludes my presentation. Do you have any questions?
Questions? At this time, I am to ask if anyone from the public has signed in requesting to make comments to the board regarding the 2022 taper. Okay, I'm told none. I want to say real quick to Dr. Rollo, first of all, Miranda, great presentation. To Dr. Rollo, I want to say it's great to see us closing the gap in our upper grades, but when I see us slightly outperforming in the lower grades, that tells me that the things that we've all chosen to do together over the last 4 years are catching a gear, and that we're making some traction, and the challenge will be carrying that forward as those cohorts of students progress in our system. And I think the fact that even where we still have some gaps, but none of those gaps on academic performance are as significant as our gap as compared to the state when it comes to economically disadvantaged kiddos, right? That's a 12-point gap. And so that's one thing that I'm so proud of, is the work that we're doing in the elementary schools to show that every student can achieve, and hope to see that carried through as those cohorts progress. Lala, you had a comment.
Yeah, I did. Actually, I have a question for Miranda. When you said that you guys post them, you said that at the very beginning when you were talking. Is it also posted in bilingual, Spanish and English?
No, they do not give us reports in Spanish. So
Is there a reason for that?
I don't know. That's from
That's
the,
something
And
we
that's
can
from
look
the-
into.
That's from the TEA?
Yeah, that's
Well, I
TEA.
mean, you know what, let's send a letter to
Perfect.
TEA.
Yeah.
And we'll be sure and do that. I think that's a really valid point. And we'll get a letter off to TEA on that, okay?
Thank you.
You bet.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for asking that.
You
Lala.
bet.
You bet. Anything else? All right, at this time, given that there are no public comments and that the board has discussed it, I will close the called public hearing regarding the 2022 Texas Academic Performance Report and reconvene the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees. It is 8:08. Item 5, citizen comments. The next order of business is citizen comments. Before we begin, I would like to review the provisions in board policy governing the procedures for public participation as reflected in policy BED local. The audience shall not enter into discussion or debate on the matters being considered by the board. I will remind members of the board that the citizen comment section of our board meeting is for the purpose of listening to patrons, but we are not allowed to comment or debate on issues that are not posted on today's agenda. To members of the public, no presentation shall exceed 3 minutes, and a timer will go off at the completion of 3 minutes. I would ask that you conclude your comments within the time limit allowed. As I call your name, if you would come up to the podium and state your name and address for the record. First, Jackie DeAnda. Is Miss DeAnda with us? Okay, I'll come back to her at the end. Second, Jasmine Ford. Alina Gaitan. Good morning, Alina. Alina Gaitan?
Yes.
Okay, good morning, Alina. Thank you for joining us. Please state your name and address and then begin your comments.
My name is Alina Gaitan, like my street address.
Yes.
4502 52nd Street. Today I'm here to talk about the Estacado Law Program ending. So I am a junior at Estacado, and I am in the law program. I've been in the law program since I was a freshman. The law program has changed me in a way, in the most positive way that any program could change a student. When I first walked in the Estacado Law Program class, I was the most quiet student. I sat at the corner of the room in the back. But little did I know that that program was gonna break me out of my shell and be the most outgoing person that I could be. Mr. Chavez, the teacher for the law program, helped me break my shell. When I broke my shell, I discovered the Skills USA organization, the after school. My sophomore year, I ran for district officer, and I got the position. So that just made me think that a program could change a student in a way that is positive. That program changed me so much that I didn't even know a program could change. So this year I was district officer, and being district officer and having that opportunity from a program that's ending kind of made me sad, because without that program, I wouldn't be in skills. I wouldn't be the person that I am, and I wouldn't have the professionalism that I have today. This year, I'm running for state officer next week at the Skills USA state competition. I couldn't have done it without the Estacado Law program. I would be the first state officer for Lubbock ISD, for Lubbock County in general. This program that's getting taken away makes me sad, because it shouldn't have to be taken away, because it changed a lot of us students, and it's there for us every day. Mr. Chavez will be there for my tough times. Mr. Chavez helped me through all my mental breakdowns. Mr. Chavez helped me be the person I am today. The program is not just any program like at the ATC. The program isn't just a class. The program is a family to us. The program, all of us help each other be better people, just as a whole. So this program, as many as times that I wanted to give up, Mr. Chavez would not let me give up. And without that, I would not be running for state officer next week. I would not be a district officer. I wouldn't have even been able to attend WLTI in Washington, D.C. I wouldn't have been able to attend Legislative Day, learn how to pass a bill in Austin, Texas last month. So this program helps people have opportunities to do that.
Thank you. Naraya Gomez. Good morning. Please state your name and address for the record, and then begin your comments.
My name is Naraya Gomez, and my address is 405 37th Street. I would like to start off by saying I'm also a junior at Estacado High School, and I have been in the law program since my freshman year. And walking into that class when I was a freshman...
Can you speak up just a little bit, Miha?
Yes, ma'am. When I was a freshman and I walked into that class, it was very scary. I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue with the program after the first day because I was a little scared of Mr. Chavez. But I ended up staying, and it's been very worth it. My freshman year, I competed in mock trial, and it was a great learning experience, being that I was wanting to be an attorney in the future. And we worked very hard to get to that competition, and we worked countless hours together in class, after school, and I feel like we did very good at competition. And last year, although I didn't get to compete at state, I helped at practices, and I can speak for the students who aren't here and say that they work very hard and they dedicate a lot of their time after school to all those competitions, local and state. And I would also like to talk about Mr. Chavez and how much he has helped me, not only growing in the aspect of criminal justice, but also as a person. He connects with his students on a more personal level, and he makes sure that not only are they succeeding in his class, but also in their other classes. And this year, I got to compete at a local competition. I didn't get to compete at state because of other activities, but it was another good learning experience, and I also won in what I competed in. And I would say that the possibility of this program ending did hurt a lot of students because, like I said, it's like a safe place for us because we go there not only to help us with our future, but also to talk. Like Alina said, it's a family and we're super close. So we all are able to communicate about all our other problems. But that's it.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Nora. At this time, I'll invite Janie Gonzalez to the podium.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Janie Gonzalez, and I'm speaking in behalf of a parent that had to leave due to being a single parent and having to work, so she's not able to read this, so I'm going to read it for her. Greeting board members, I am submitting this formal document asking that the information regarding the Estacado Law Program removal be revised and investigated to have the decision revised. As parents, the Eastside community, we have completed our own investigation into the information given by Superintendent Kathy Rollo, Trustee Bill Stubblefield, and Misty Reaper. Not acceptable. We attended a meeting at the police substation where both Superintendent Rollo and Misty Reaper told us the reason the program was being removed was due to low enrollment and funding. We were told that the decision to move the program was made in September 2022, yet have confirmation that the decision was made in July 2022 at or around the same time a staff member was hired at the ATC building. Yet the instructor over the successful Estacado Law Program has been told that the district will find a position for him. Not acceptable. Statements have been made by the above-mentioned board members that Tony Chavez, the instructor at Estacado High School Law Program, is not certified. Yet we have copies of his credentials that confirm he is absolutely certified. We're asking the school board to suspend Kathy Rollo, Trustee Bill Stubblefield, Misty Reaper, Estacado Principal Angela Wilbanks, pending a full investigation regarding misconduct and false communication regarding this issue. We currently have more than 600 valid signatures on a petition. We have filed a formal complaint with the Lubbock chapter NAACP legal readiness team, and we have prepared to file whatever documentation necessary with TEA, OCR, and take legal actions if necessary in order to get this matter investigated. We simply will not stand by while you all cancel every program until there is no reason to keep Estacado High School open, which is not acceptable. Respectfully submitted by Jackie Deanna. And I just want to put on there that my daughter, she's a senior, she's attended this program for the past 4 years, and it has greatly helped her with everything that she's going on to after graduation. It's a good program, and I feel that a lot of kids would be able to speak on this program more and support it more if we just had a meeting to where they were able to attend. A lot of the meetings, a lot of us parents were single parents, and we have to miss work, like I'm missing work right now, just to make sure that I'm trying to support the program, and I agree, a lot of things are being taken away from the East Side, and I would just like to see the East Side grow. I was born and raised, I went to Estacado, I graduated from Estacado, and I would just like for the program to stay at Estacado. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Can I give all y'all a copy of this?
If you'll give it to Mr. Rodriguez, he'll make sure that everybody gets it and have it in the records.
Thank you.
You bet. At this time, I'll invite Tony Chavez to the podium. I don't see Mr. Chavez. I'll come back to him at the end again. And I'll just let everybody know I'm not going to recall Ms. Donda because I understand that Ms. Gonzalez shared her comments. Victor Ibarra, is Victor with us? Okay. Norman Cox. Good morning, Mr. Cox.
Good morning.
Last time my phone went off like that, there was a judge at the front of the room, so don't worry about it. It happens.
First and foremost, thank you for having me. I've been here once before. My name is Elder Norman Trent Cox. I live at 2216 Teak Avenue. My concerns is I was up here speaking, asking questions back in the fall football season, and I asked how do we get a board member removed. I never got a response. Okay, I've come to represent the the citizens after the fact on the east side. PI school. Who is the representative for that school? Who is a visible representative for that school legally? If we get a response this year, next year, whenever, be fine. The next question on the matter is, on the board, on my list is, these children crying their hearts out this morning. I represent after the fact people on the east side, after the fact people that always get the news after it's been done. After the fact people always get it brought to the table after the fact. The law program, the journalism program, the automotive program, the nurses program, after the fact. Who's responsible for getting that to us before it's done? So you leave us in a position we have no voice. None. You know, that kind of makes the scale a little unbalanced to me. And we always get ideas and put them before, but they always get implemented on the other side. So, you know, a lot of good ideas have came from that way, but now they're implemented at Cooper. A lot of good information comes. You know, just being a pastor, you know, you have to be careful for what you say, because somebody's always steals your ideas and goes to the other side with it. So I am kind of used to seeing that happen all the time, you know. But anyway, I just put this in your hands. I would just like to get a reply. Who is legally responsible for PI? Who's the children? Let me give you a thought. Let me give you a thought here. You know, I don't know what the procedure is with the parents with these children, because it all starts at home.
Go ahead and conclude. I got a feeling you're wrapping up.
It all starts at home. Let me put this out there. If I've heard that you fine the parents, I don't know, if they get fined for being parents, bad parents, but I got an idea. Why don't you bring the parents up there to sit in for they fine, to see what's going on, to see what representative they see speaking up for their children. Who is a representative for PI? Who is going to stand up for the children who crying their hearts out this morning about law? Law. They're talking about law. They're talking about law.
Thank you, Elder Cox. I'll invite Lizzie Morales to the podium. Is Ms. Morales with us? Okay. I'll go back and ask for Jasmine Ford, Tony Chavez, Victor Ibarra. All right. And one more time for Lizzie Morales as well. All right, I'm going to close the public comment section of the board meeting and or the citizen comment section of the board meeting, pardon me. Move into item 6, financials. Any members of the public who'd like to address the board regarding the financials? Hearing none. Item A, approval of the budget summary report for the month ending January 31, 2023. Budget amendments and budget transfers for the same period, statement of taxes collected for the month ending January 31, 2023, and the investment report for the month of January of 23. Shay Jennings.
Good morning, Mr. Brady, members of the board, Dr. Rollo. Yes, these are the financials for January 31st of 2023. A full copy of these financials have been provided to you ahead of time for your full review, so I'll just hit the highlights this morning. Tax collections are at 54% versus 49% last year. Our investment average rate of return is up to 4.8% this year. Last year it was almost zero, and that's due to the increase in interest rates. We have a decline in ADA from what we budgeted of 1,570. That equates on the latest template run to about a $9 million projected revenue shortfall for 2023. We have some fail-safes for that this year through the ESSER funds and some other revenue coming in that exceeded our projections. So I think we'll be fine for this year. It's just a concern as we go forward into 23, 24. And I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Questions, comments, board members? Thank you, Shay. We'll move into item 7, consent agenda. Oh, pardon me. Do I have a motion to approve the financials as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Consent agenda. Board approval of the minutes for the regular meeting and workshop held February 9, 2023. Any corrections or addition to the minutes as printed and distributed? Hearing none, they're approved as printed. Academic action items, section 8. Any members of the public who'd like to address the board regarding the academic action items listed? Hearing none. Approval of waiver for modified schedules on state assessment testing days. Dr. Rollo.
Yes, this is an item that we bring to you every 3 years, and so it's time to renew that for this school year. This allows us at the high school level to adjust our schedule on state testing days so that students who are testing can come in later if their testing time is in the afternoon, or leave early if their testing time is in the morning. It just allows us to adjust our schedule for high school students only.
Members, you've heard the explanation. Are there questions? All in favor, do I have a motion to approve? Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item 9, procurement and contracts. Any members of the public who'd like to address the board regarding any of the procurement and contract items posted? Hearing none. Item A, approval of district purchases. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Brady, Board of Trustees. We have 4 items to bring before you this morning. 2 are interlocal agreements, as you'll see, and the other 2 are actual purchases. The first one is I'll bring you your attention, is the Apogee. That is a new web hosting software that we are pivoting to away from our previous software. It comes with a little bit more usability, and we were going to have to consider, the previous company was acquired by a different company, and so we were going to have to consider whether or not we were going to stay with or pivot away. So we're pivoting to this new software company, to this new web hosting service. Then the next one is the interlocal agreements. I think you saw some in our TAPR report, some reference to on-ramps. This is you'll see several account numbers tied to this because not every school uses on-ramps. You'll see the schools listed there in the background information. Again, this is just getting students the ability to earn college credit through our partnership with UT. And then the software next purchase firewall subscription, you see there for some hardware that's end of life, as well as some upgraded software. And then the final one is the interlocal agreement with Texas Tech for STEM Core. I'd be happy to try to answer any questions that you have.
Members, questions, comments. Dr. Rollo.
I was just going to say that the STEM is part of our 21st Century Grant.
Okay.
And so that's for Bean, Brown, and O.L. Slayton.
Okay. Thank you for that addition. Any other questions or comments?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
for
Oh,
Rick.
I'm sorry, Law.
What was the previous software before Apogee? I know what it was for other people.
So it was, the previous one was Blackboard, and that's the company that was acquired, and I'm not sure what the name of the new company. Final Sight is a company that acquired Blackboard.
And what was the reason for going to the current one that you're wanting to get, the Apogee?
So it has, and I guess I can let Aaron.
Aaron, do you want to come up and share?
So because we were going to have to make a decision about whether we were going to move forward with our current software product as it existed with some changes that are kind of unknown because of the acquisition, we explored other options that were out there. We decided on Apogee because it has a better user interface, and we feel like that, first of all, is going to help our campuses with just ease of updating their information on their websites, their mobile app, also the mass notification system. It also includes a new product, which is a direct teacher-to-parent communication tool that would help streamline the tools that we use for that and get rid of things like Remind, Class Dojo, et cetera. So there's just a one-stop shop. And most importantly to me is it closes some communication gaps in the notification system that we have with the ATC, the VTC, and REACH, because those campuses the kids are tied to their home campus, and so when we've had incidents where we've had to have a secure or a hold, we're unable to communicate with their parents, and that's going to alleviate that problem as well. So we're just really excited about those new changes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that.
Before you leave, when will that changeover happen?
It'll happen in July, but
So effective the next year's when we'll go to the new product.
That's right. And after the approval, we'll start setting up the training and all the things that we need to prepare for that.
Good. And when is the memorial service for Blackboard? I just know that so many people are going to be so distraught about it being gone. We're going to plan that at a later date. TBD. TBD. All right. Great.
Quick question, Rick.
Thank you, Aaron.
So on-ramps is offered at Coronado, Estacado, Monterey, and Talkington. Why is it not offered at Lubbock?
So because of the IB program, Chad Haskins has sent me the information. I didn't bring it in here with me, but that's the main reason, is because of the IB program that is not part of this. They do their own piece.
Right.
So that's the main reason.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
After those questions and informative answers, do I have a collective motion to approve the district purchases as presented?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Approval of district contract renewals, Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Brady. So we have two items before you. The first one is our property and boiler insurance premium. We have had several informative sessions regarding this renewal, and so we had it in our operations committee meeting, and then we brought it as a workshop item. So most of you have already been informed on this, and so it is time for us to make a decision. We do have representatives here from Gallagher. Charlie Herr is here. There we are. Charlie's our regional director for public sector and education. Brian Sexton is our area vice president for Gallagher. And then Scott Riddle is, there he is. Scott Riddle is our West Texas area president. So they're here from Gallagher. They've been working diligently to work on getting us the best opportunity that we can, even as late as 10:45 last night. And so what the guidance that I'm going to seek from the board, we're going to ask for approval for a not to exceed number of $6 million. The guidance that what I would ask for from the board this morning is how do we proceed with hail coverage? There's some information that we've provided you, and we've asked for clarity from Gallagher on do we consider in an effort to bring the premium down, do we consider looking at foregoing hail claim coverage? That would give us a cost savings of anywhere between $550 and I believe it's $850,000 reduction in that $6 million potential premium.
I'm looking around my board colleagues. I don't particularly see any appetite for that.
Okay. So we'll proceed forward with continuing.
I don't think we had the only hailstorm to ever occur in 2020. It's just that some people who don't have offices in Texas are whining about the fact they've got to live up to their insurance contract.
Sir.
Insurance is a contract.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We pay every year, they pay some years.
Yes, sir. So we will guide our team moving forward to not to include hail coverage for us moving forward in this next renewal.
Rick, just to clarify.
Yes.
To not include or to include?
To include. We want to include hail coverage. Is that my understanding
I
from the?
heard you say not. Is that
Well,
what
no,
you
he
said?
was asking if he wanted to have
No,
him.
no, no. When Chris asked that question,
Yeah.
I heard the same thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
thanks for the
yeah, so we are
clarification.
going to include hail coverage as we go to the market for renewal.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's the first one, not to exceed, and I do want to commend Charlie and his team and Lisa from our side here in the district. They have been working on this diligently, working with getting companies to buy into our product. Y'all have seen the Tetris puzzle that we've talked about in getting companies to commit to that. So I want to thank them publicly for their hard work in getting us to a very tough but palatable renewal. Then the second one is the facility. It's our Sodexo contract, and so you see that's year 2 of 5, and I'd be happy to try to answer any questions regarding that one.
Members, questions, comments? Seeing none, do I have a collective motion to approve the district contract renewals as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Approval of district construction purchase, Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, this is just a not to exceed number for district-wide door hardware. As we move through the district conducting our facility audits, if we find doors that need repair, this is the contract that we would go and use for those repairs.
Members, you've heard the explanation. Are there any questions? If not, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item D, approval of construction job order contracting delivery method and delegation of authority. Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Brady. So this is just a request for delegation of authority and delivery method for 2 of our hardening packages, one at Irvin and one at Priority Intervention Academy. And so we're just asking, it's standard, y'all have seen this kind of item before, asking for approval of delegation of authority for choosing criteria, relative wage ranking, and selecting evaluation proposals, and then using the job order contract as our delivery method.
Members, you've heard the explanation. Is there a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
Got a motion to approve and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item E, approval of district construction contract renewals. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Brady. So last for you this morning are the 2 contracts for asbestos abatement. These are both not to exceed. As a reminder, this is an annual item that we bring to you. As a reminder, one company supervises and makes sure that when the other company is doing the work, that they're doing it legally and in compliance with state standards. So that's why you see 2 different items. The consultant is the supervisor, and the asbestos abatement, the 2 companies that you see there are the ones that do the actual work.
And when you say a not to exceed in this instance, these are the companies that we enter into a contract with that when we encounter asbestos.
That's correct.
In our maintenance or retrofitting activities, they come in and do what needs to be done.
That
right?
is correct, yes, sir.
Okay, great. All right, members, with that explanation, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. We are now into item 10, an executive closed session. An executive closed session of the board will be held under the provision of Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. It is 8:39 a.m. and we are adjourned to closed session. Members, let's convene at 8:45 across the hall.